one. Let's go. Welcome back to Independent Showcase on the Hitting the Turnbuckle podcast. This is really weird. I'm going to feel like the odd one out today for many reasons, and you'll find out why in a second. When I say it's Independent Showcase, I would say season 6, episode 1, but we do have somebody that's season 5 that's from the same location as these two people in front of me, being the fact that it's going to be in Scotland. Being in Scotland means only one thing, well, a bad football team. But secondly, my normal co-host from the NWA has arrived because when she said the word Scotland, she had to be a part of it. Miss Fiona Loughlin, evening, Fee.
Evening. Of course I was going to be a part of this. How are you going to get all the guests?
Well, that's it. That's half the question, isn't it? I don't know how to approach your guests over in Scotland. See, we've had
We do
I think the
actually
best.
speak the same language. You realise that?
We do, we do, we do. But I think the funniest one was when we had Doug Williams on, and it was after England had beaten Scotland. Do you remember that?
Moving on.
Moving on. Okay, let's move on. Let's introduce our guest, who's actually got some good news to share with the world as well as part of this independent showcase. It is an exciting young superstar currently in Scotland. It is Sam Taylor. Sam, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you, Adam?
Not too bad. Not too bad, thank you. You don't have to ask Fia how she is. You know, she knows she's a
Fee's always good. If I'm
I
here,
am always good. It's my little wrestling brother or my wrestling little brother.
damn. There's no brownie points here. You can be honest. Can be honest. No, but Sam, look, we're in 2026 right now, literally getting, I was going to say like nearly halfway through, and we are when you think about it, because it's a couple of months away and we're going to be halfway through 2026. How has it been for you up in Scotland so far this year?
oh, this year has just went crazy so far. If I do say it myself, every year I try and go, I need to beat last year's one. I need to beat last year's one. And last year I ended up the busiest wrestler in Scotland. So I was like, how am I going to beat this? So I'll announce it in this podcast first. You'll see it on my socials. I am moving to America full time in
Oh,
September, and we'll be doing a lot of shows over there throughout the year. But full time September, I will no longer be in Scotland, unfortunately. So Fee's gonna have to deal without me. But
Going
it's
to be
came
peaceful.
very peaceful probably.
damn, does that mean you're going to know what the sun feels like leaving Scotland?
Surprisingly, I went there last July, and
Ah.
it was as soon as you opened that door, I could just feel this heat. Just I was under a shade still. I was just sweating. I just wanted to go around topless everywhere and just try not to
So just
melt.
like a normal day in Glasgow, really, then?
Eh, not at all.
So talk to us. You mentioned being out there last year.
Mm.
I know why you were out there last year. Adam knows why you were out there last year. How was the dungeon?
Dungeon was amazing. I don't think I could put it into words. Like, went over there. It was post. This is actually the funny thing about it. Wes was going to go over for his birthday, Wesley and Serico, and he was like, "I'll come with you, but we can do a bit of training over there." And I've ruined his birthday. We went out training every single day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. But I think he enjoyed it as well, but we managed to get invited to the dungeon. I just remember as soon as you walk through those doors, it's like you can't really put it into words because you're seeing these guys on TV, and there's just little old me from Scotland who just has a laugh at everyone. And you've got the likes of Jacob Fatu, Montez Ford, Angelo Dawkins, Maxine Dupree, all the upcoming stars as well. Then you've also got TJ and Natty there. And I was saying this in the last podcast, like they could be horrible. They could be horrible people. They could tell me to shut up and go away, and I'd be like, yes, sir. But they're the nicest, like so kind people I met over there. And I just can't wait to go back over there.
And
Sam,
how
I'm very
was it?
surprised.
Was it full on, pretty kind of tough training out there?
Very full on. The first day I went to Ace Steels, and that was a reality check. I got a Raising Cane's, and I thought
Nice, good
this sounds
chicken.
healthy. This sounds. I got the big sauce. We went to the training that night, and there was no AC. There's no AC at any of these because they want to sweat,
Yeah.
and it was just these drills, and I got a wake up call from that Raising Cane's about 30 minutes in, and I was like, oh, this does not feel good at all. I went up to there, I was like, I didn't bring any water because I don't normally do any drink. I consider myself quite fit. But I remember going, do you have a fridge here, mate? He's like, Gatorade, $4. And I was like, here's 10, give me two.
So, when it comes to that, like you obviously you mentioned there Natty and TJ and people like that. When you're there and is there like a bit of advice that one of them gave you that has literally been stuck in your head ever since you left the dungeon and come back to Scotland?
Time moves fast. I remember Natty saying that to me.
Yeah.
And then when I think the business it goes round in different circles. They're looking for older guys, they're looking for younger guys, but yeah, you only can be 19 once, you only can be 20 once, so get it now. And I remember going, right, okay, I'm gonna get this, gonna try and go full on as possible. It's been a full-time job for the last 2 years. Managed to make a living out of it, but it's just constantly being around wrestling, even if I'm not wrestling the show in some sort of way. And I think that's the best advice to any wrestler.
Hmm. Yeah, definitely
At,
so.
at 19, having a full-time living from wrestling in the UK is
Bloody good effort,
pretty
that's for sure.
uncommon,
Yeah.
realistically. I know that you are doing a lot of work with Mega Slam at the moment.
Yes.
How's that been for you? Because you are working with some incredible British names on the road on a regular basis. How's that been?
It's been great. Like the last, it was 3 years ago since I did my first one, and it was pure accident. I went over to do some training in Northern Ireland. I got really, really drunk on the Thursday night because I was like, I'm going back on Saturday. Friday's my off day. I've got no show. Getting back around 3 in the morning, and I get a phone call from Tucker, and he's like, do you want to do Mega Slam tomorrow? And I was like, yeah, yeah. He goes, yeah, we'll pick you up at 7. I'm looking pretty probably under the influence. I'm like, I'll be up in 3 hours, don't worry. I went to the show, and the first match, both the guys got injured. And it's only a 6-man team as well. So he said, right, Sam, I've not seen you before. I don't know what you do, but go out there, cut a promo, do a singles match, and do a tag match back to back. And I was like, okay. He goes, you're a bad guy as well. And I'm like, okay.
I've never seen you as a heel.
It's very rare when you see this. And he enjoyed it, and he asked if I wanted to do the full summer run. But like, I'm looking at the dates for this year, and like next week, I've got 16 shows, 14 shows in 1 week for them. There's a lot of doubles on this.
What?
Yeah. So it's
Wow.
really busy company, but the crowds they do as well, and the wrestlers they have on it. And I think that's the best part of growing up in this business of wrestling. Like, your BTs, your Kirby's, your Joey Hazeys, your Wesleys, all these great UK wrestlers have known me for the last 4 years, 5 years. So I could probably get away with my cheekiness a bit more, but some of the some of the crowds were there as well. My mum and dad came to see the first Mega Slam show at Barnsley. It was just under 2,000 people there. I was wrestling. My coach as well, kid fight there. So it was kind of like what's the word for it? I've got no idea what the word is, but a nice wee moment for that to happen, especially
Full
in front of
circle
that crowd.
moment, right?
Yeah, full circle, that's the word. There we go.
There we go. I'm just more than just a pretty face, Sam. Um, Obviously, look when you're looking at moving away, you're leaving kind of. And Fee, you've told me about just how thriving the Scottish scene at the moment. So potentially, you're leaving that right now. Are you leaving that? And I know it sounds stupid when I say this because you're 19 years old, but when I say this, you're leaving it in good hands because there's such a thriving scene out there in Scotland at the minute that. But does it sort of make you think sometimes? Do I really want to leave it now?
It's it goes one way or the other. Like I'm so indecisive. One minute I'm like, I want to go to Japan, I want to go to America, I want to go and conquer England and Wales more, even Scotland as well, because there's so much there. But it was Progress that's helped me out with this the most. I've got to give the big thank you to Progress and Dean Allmark. I remember my mum and auntie saying to me, like, opportunities like getting a visa for this don't come round often.
Exactly.
So I was like full blown ahead, and there's so much opportunities and new trainers and new friends I can make over there as well. And I think even if I do come back maybe next year, April time, and let's say it wasn't for me, at least I've said I've tried that now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if I didn't, it's always going to be in my mind now, like, what if I went to America? If I had that chance, I don't know, and get it again. But if I've not went going here and it's not for me, I can be like, okay, I'll come back. I'll find something different. I find out what is for me in this.
Is it kind of like not say a sink or swim or anything, but you mentioned it there that it's kind of like there will always be that bit inside your head that says, "What if?" So is
Yeah.
at least then you're going there and you can tick off that "what if" while I'm there. And yes, worst case, it doesn't work out, and you can come back and you can do your mega slams and your PBWs and everything else will be just here waiting for you to sort of say, "Hi, Sam, you're welcome back here."
Yeah, hopefully
We
they
don't want
do.
him back. I'm a
I
kidding.
know
I'm
that's
kidding.
what they say. Hopefully they do welcome me back. Uh, but yeah, I think wrestling's all about taking risks in a sense. I think
Mm.
if I didn't risk going full time, I wouldn't be in the position I'm in now.
Yeah.
If I didn't risk, I've been living in England for a month and a half at the start of the year. Like these all different stuff. Risking myself with flying myself out to Ireland, then I got Mega Slam. It's all these different things that I think a lot of wrestlers try and not kind of stay in their own territory, but they should go out and explore and do. They might find something. They might get an opportunity. Even just helping out at a show,
Yeah.
it could
Yeah.
lead to so many different stuff. I've said to all the trainees, my first 15 matches, I wasn't booked. I just showed up with my gear, and somebody's got injured or somebody's pulled out or they
Yeah.
need an extra guy for a rumble. I'll be like, I'm here.
They always say if you're a wrestler and you're going to a show, always bring your gear.
Definitely.
Yeah, truly.
That is,
So, in the last kind of year or two, you stepped into doing a little bit of promoting
Yes.
under the PBW banner.
Mhm.
Sorry,
Pan
obviously
air.
I've been banner.
ban air,
I've
ban
been
air.
involved in those shows as well. How have you found that going from wrestler to promoter and having to do all the booking and the advertising and finding the venues? Has that been difficult, or have you found that because you've been in wrestling, it's not been too bad for you?
It's 50-50 in some ways. The most unexpected thing, I think it's helped my wrestling career the most. And not for the reasons why I feel like a lot of promoters do it. I've not thrown shade at anyone. But not about booking, not booking for a booking. More fact, I can see what real wrestling promoters want in their shows and how if somebody's really messaging me well or getting back to me, helping with the show, I go, oh, yeah, he was a good lad. I'm going to book him again. It shows what a promoter mind thinks of more. But I did a lot of flying for Ross and Kid Fight, who owns PW, and he's helped me a lot with it. But I remember that first show, I was still in school. I ditched a period. I ditched maybe one or two. Hopefully, my mum's not listening to this too much. And I went onto the school laptops and typed like venues in this area, venues, and I found the venue. I went up, and shows are not cheap. I'm not going to put the exact figures out there, but they're not cheap. And I remember just having enough to pay for the show. And I was like, I better sell tickets now. So it gave me that right drive. And I was out 3 times a week in the first show. I think I got about 200 in, maybe just under. But I
Yeah.
think the last show has been one of my favourites as well, I think. But it's just seeing a bit different sides of it, and there's another path in wrestling. If you don't know, you could get injured the next day and never wrestle again.
Yeah,
Fortunately enough, but at least I've got another path I could go into.
I've done enough of that small booking to know it's booking's just a nightmare.
Grey hairs.
Well, yeah, it would be.
Or no hair in Adam's case. He he
Well,
he did have a whole head of hair before he started doing
I had longer
promoting.
hair than
So
Fee, and that's where. No, I definitely didn't. But yeah, I know all about that side of things with the small bit of promoting that we do, and it's bad enough to have no hair in a lot of cases. But
I'll be
so
joining you soon.
yeah. Might be easier to do that. But Sam, we're going to break off and do some random stuff quickly. Then we're going to jump back in for the final part of the show. But here's one. This is going to be interesting because we're I mean, Fee, me and you are old. Sam's young, and it's going to be an interesting to see the difference between what selections that we would make. But Sam, who's Sean Mount Rushmore of wrestling theme songs?
Theme songs.
Yep.
Oh, I thought you were going to say wrestlers. Theme songs. I'll stick to the usual WWE.
Okay.
MVP. Absolute banger.
Brilliant.
I'm
Love
coming.
that.
Needs to be on there. You've got to go with Edge, especially if you've seen it live as well.
Yep.
I
I've
remember
sung it live as well for
it
myself.
was. I've seen it twice, both at the AEW weekend.
Yep.
It was just amazing. Oh, this is horrible.
You've got two more.
I know this is really hard
No
now.
pressure.
I'm gonna have to put John Cena's one just for the iconic. If I really, not for me, but
One. You've had a few.
I'm just gonna say John Cena just for.
Okay.
All of John Cena.
No,
All of John
can't
Cena.
choose between the time is now and basic economics, and then
Just do a riff between them both, right? You could.
Ezekiel Jackson domination.
Wow, I haven't heard that song in years.
Banger.
Actually, funnily enough, he might be coming on the show soon, which would be
Yes.
interesting. Yeah. Zeke's, yeah.
Crime Time as well should be on there. CM Punk.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Brooklyn.
Yes, I remember that. I got a Crime Time shirt when it came out when they were a team back in those days. Yeah, I remember. I used to love Crime Time. I thought they were great.
There's so many for different reasons. Like some
Yeah,
are for
there is.
gym, definitely for the gym.
Yeah.
Yes.
Some are for singing, and some are just iconic. Like when you hear like Stone Cold's Glass Break,
Yeah.
or a Shawn Michaels, or even Brock Lesnar's little, I don't even know what you call it. That little,
Little riff. Yeah, a little start of Brock Lesnar. They always say, don't they, that sometimes the theme, the opening 3 seconds of the song is the most important in some cases.
Yeah.
And because of what happens. This one's a new question. I've got a couple of new questions I haven't asked before. Well, newish ones that some of the seasons haven't aired yet, so they won't be on there. This is Sam Taylor's table for free. You get to have 3 wrestling personalities around a dinner table to have an evening meal with. One of them needs to be from Brit Wrestling, and who's the other two? You got one from Brit Wrest and 2 from anywhere else, past or present, living or past. Who's it going to be?
Right, okay. Brit Wrestling. Would you count like the William Regals?
Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah,
William Regal.
Yeah.
He's going now. I want to pick his mind. Who else mind would I want to pick? Bret Hart.
Perfect. Yeah.
I think Ric Flair would be there for the giggles, or has to be.
And the booze.
And
the booze.
Yeah, certainly have a good night with Rick there. That's for sure. And this is a brand new one. I've never asked this one before, so this is a
Better be good then.
I'm scared.
Fee, when have you grown a set? You know I'm the host of this show. Anyway, so you've got 3 characteristics to create the perfect wrestler: look, in-ring ability, microphone. Who's your each one? Who are you going to choose in each area? How's that, Fee? Was that all right?
Yeah, no, that's good. I like that one.
I want to hear your guys' ones after, unless you just want to go first.
Yeah. Look, Triple H when he returned from his first quadricep injury. In-ring ability, Kurt Angle. On the mic, Roddy Piper.
Yeah, Fee.
Okay. Look, I'm going to go Randy Orton.
That's my one.
That's fine. You can still pick that.
I'm going to be different.
In-ring ability was the other one?
Yep.
Eddie.
Nice.
And microphone, Dusty.
Beautiful. Awesome. Awesome.
Nah, I feel like I should have went first because they're really good. Uh,
Got yourself in the foot here, Sam.
Gonna try and go a bit different. Absurd. Look, Big Daddy Diesel.
Nice. Kevin there.
Razor Ramon, actually, I'm changing it. Razor Ramon.
Right,
Okay.
okay.
And ring ability is a toss up between Bret Hart and Shawn. Uh, Gonna go Shawn because I've just watched one of his matches recently. And then on the mic, John Cena. Just he can do it. You can see he's got a heel one face. Also, he's got the rap and stuff. So
And he's got the intensity when he needs to as well, right? He can.
yes,
Do you know who
The
we
Rock
should
could
have
have been
said?
a good shout as well with his
Yeah.
songs.
Do you know who I thought of just now for you? Who we could have had for Mike?
Who?
Frillbilly.
You met Phil
Size.
Billy when you were in the dungeon, didn't you? Silas Mason.
Yes, we were.
He's so good on the mic at the moment. He is
Oh,
killing it as the NWA World Champion right now.
It was our first week there, I think, and he was outside, and we're both. Because I don't think you can really say too much, but it's just like a unit in the middle of nowhere, the dungeon,
Yeah.
right? Like folk think it's at their house. No, it's just this big unit. And when you arrive there, it's like halfway. I can't say too much, but it's just
yeah.
this big unit, and you eventually go there, and you're like, we're in the wrong place. There's no way. There's some sort what you see online, and he was there, and he was like, yeah, I got sent this same place, and finally somebody arrived, but he's a giant man.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Cheesy
huge.
peeps.
Was he wearing like weird and wacky clothes?
You
Because like,
hang had cowboy boots on and a tartan top.
Denim cut-offs or something.
Yeah,
yeah. I think he was like wearing bright green pants the other week on it and power. I think it was when we was looking at it. But yeah, Frillbilly's he can go like he's Jekyll and Hyde on that mic. He can be cool, calm, and collective 1 minute, and then the next minute he's screaming down your face or in your face, shall I say? He's really good on the mic. I thought I'd mention him for you because we know.
Wow, kudos to him for that. Absolutely.
And the last question for me, last question in this bit before we start to move on. If you could have any band play you out as a wrestling event, what band will you play? Would you
it's
play
got to be Pitbull. I come out to Don't Stop the Party a lot of the time.
Okay.
I can imagine Pitbull, WrestleMania Orlando. He did do a performance, I think, in the Florida show. Could be
I was
wrong.
there. Yeah, he was there. He done he done Luke Little's song. I only said that because of your dad.
Yeah, Greenlight.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
done
but I
that.
can imagine him doing Don't Stop the Party down for me.
There you
I'd be
go.
gassed.
We'll
Well,
get
you know,
Ross to book him
Yeah, it should be 20th anniversary. That'd be
before
cool.
your farewell.
that'd be so here you go, Pitbull. And you could have Littler there and all because just for the sake of
Exactly.
it. So why not? I keep looking at
I'll
dartboard.
send him a message.
Yeah, just pop a message. We'll slowly come to it. Fee, go ahead before I start to wrap up.
Oh, well, talk to us about PBW. Obviously, that's your home promotion.
Yes.
That's my home promotion as well.
Yes.
You've been there for a long, long, long time.
He's only
How's
19 years
your...
old.
What's that?
Only 19. You're saying that he's been there for
He's been
forever.
training since you were what, 12?
9.
9?
Nine,
So he's been
jeez.
training for 10 years. So he's been there for a long time. You've seen a lot of people come through that school who are currently now WWE superstars. Alba Fire, for example.
Mhm.
How's your experience with PBW been? And from where it was when you started to how it is now, what kind of differences have you seen and the growth been like?
I think right now it's the strongest it's ever been. And no, maybe not even wrestling wise, but I just think wrestling wise personally, but more as a team. I see everybody out here helping each other. If that's online in the ring, even if there's a show now, I think that's really encouraged a lot more now, and I think it's great. I think the coaches there, I think Ross, Watson, Kid Fight, I think the track record proves for itself. Like you said, Alba Fire, Noam Dar, Kenny Williams, Angel Hayes is in Japan, and then you've got much more and more and more. I think it's the number one school and the number one shows in Scotland at the moment. I don't think there's anybody else doing it. Quite like PBW in a sense. Like 20 years of a company, you don't really see that consistently doing shows as well for 20 years. You don't see that anywhere in the UK. So I always try and give them my thanks in any way as possible. But if I did anyone in Scotland looking for to watch a show, I'd maybe look into a training session. I'm there most weeks, maybe not in the future time at the end of the year, but for you know, as much as I do, the team there is always very tight. We do look out for each other.
Yeah,
I think
quite
that's the
regularly.
reason why it's what it is, and yeah.
No, it's going to be well. I always know you always have a great time there, Fee, when you we have the conversation about stuff that you have coming up, and
Yeah.
you always talk about how great PBW is. But look, the final one from me before I throw it over for the randomest question of the night. Look, you're obviously going to be moving to America. Are you a target setter? Are you a goal setter? If you do, what are the goals going to be for you now? Have they changed as well? Are they altered now since the news?
Yeah, so I've got this whiteboard not too long ago. Really.
Oh, Fee's got a Brandon Beretta business plan.
He does have a Brandon Burnett business plan. I like it.
Happy
So
birthday, Brandon, by the way.
the top left, just like a to-do list.
Yeah.
And as I try and treat this as much as a full-time job as possible. So it's like send 50 CVs out, look at flights to Vegas, go down to this show, wrestle for renew companies in the next 3 months, save for America. That's the big one. Then it's got my business, my promoting side of stuff. Then up here was UK companies I wanted to work for. I've got a few dates locked in. I
Nice.
can't say too much, but there's likes of True Grit, NGW, Infinite, TNT Progress, North. And there was I was fortunate enough to do AEW extra work last year. And they're coming back for Wembley, so that was my goal. And there's a few wrestlers I wanted to wrestle. But now we've gone to America, I think I would like to do some of the major promotions out there, but mostly the training over there.
Hmm.
I think hopefully I've still got a lot of years left in me to wrestle, but I don't think these trainers are not going to always be training. I think personally. So you've got your Booker T's out there, you've
Yeah.
got your Cody Rhodes school, you've got Seth Rollins' school, you've got all these different schools, and it's going to be close to me in a sense now. I can go and learn under these guys, and then maybe take it back to the UK, or take it to bigger promotions over there. But when you're training under, let's say, when Natalia and TJ are seeing you every week, then you've got Ace Steel, who's a TNA producer. Then you've got the grizzled young veterans, Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne. And you've got all these different guys and major companies. They're all seeing you doing weekly stuff and hopefully getting better and better. Hopefully it does put the chances up for them to help me out there to get more stuff and then progress in a way. But if that's a good answer.
No, that is no, it is a very, very good answer. It's again, Fee, we've got a second business plan on here,
We
which
do. I
is
like it. Business
which
plans
is
are
good.
good. We like them.
We do indeed. For you don't know, Sam, there's a wrestler in America called Brandon Beretta. He wrestles for the NWA. He wrestles for Exodus Pro Wrestling, and his gimmick is he's got a strictly business plan, and he's crossing off tasks on this plan to become. Or to reap, I mean, it might be in two-time Exodus Pro Wrestling champion, and it was things like, was it Killer Legend or something like that? He had
Kill
on there.
Reminds me
Legend,
of Chris
yeah.
Jericho a bit with the
Yeah, a
last.
little bit.
Yeah. So that was why that's why I said it, and he's nearly done his list, funny enough. But it comes to the part of the show that I generally put my head in my hands, because those of you that
Not
will know
tonight.
when we do have sort of guests that Fiona has on the well, that Fiona's on the show with, I always give her the final question, which I said to her when I first said, I said, whatever you want, just ask the wrestler whatever you want to do. And we've had some belters, we really, really have. And it's your countryman, though, Fee. So, go
Okay.
right ahead.
Well, I've had to think about this while we've been talking, and this is a Scottish showcase.
Mhm.
So we're going to keep it wrestling and keep it Scottish based tonight. So we're actually going to ask a sensible question for once.
A
Never.
sense for me as well.
For you,
Gee,
You are
throwing
keeping
a
it
curveball.
player. That's
I don't,
pretty
I know,
cool.
I don't, just, it's good though. Don't be in too much shock, right? The Scottish scene is thriving right now. We all know that. The UK scene in general is thriving right now. Who are your three Scottish up and coming ones that we should be looking out for?
Right,
I'm
okay.
actually doing this just to wind you up because I know that some of them will be watching this and they'll be going, "Why didn't you say me?"
Yeah,
I'm
this is
just
you
kind of
put
putting
me in
you
the
on the
worst
spot.
situation possible.
He dropped you right in the shit here.
If you
Sorry,
said
Sam. Love
English,
you.
oh, you're horrible. Three, three,
Okay, I'll give you five then, if that helps.
five, five. Okay. First person that's popped in my head because I've just seen him do so much is Alex Parker recently. I think
Okay.
he's just came back and he calls himself the blueprint. So if there was a blueprint on how to do it, going all in, that's my way of doing it. He's going all the way in. He's put a lot of work in. I don't want to put somebody down as an up and comer as well if they're doing better than they are as well. I'm the biggest overthinker. Xander Davidson should definitely be on there. I think he's starting to cement himself, but
Yep.
should
Yeah.
definitely.
We've got him coming on soon as well.
Okay.
He
I'll
better say
tell him you
nice things
said
about
that.
me. Yeah. Uh, you're horrible. So Ahmed Hamdi. I think that's it. The two tag champs. I'm going to count them as one. So I've got three left because I made the
Sneaky.
rules.
I like that.
Mark Monroe, actually. Gonna give one to him. He's about to debut in France, and I think it's a really good accomplishment for him. I think 2026 should be his year. I feel like every year I'm saying, right, he's gonna get out here. But I think this year it's finally the time. Hopefully gonna see him more and more in different companies. Up and comers are just
You hate me
Prince.
right now, don't you?
Yeah, I'm gonna say Prince Levi as well. So I think he is really underrated to a sense. I think if you're looking for somebody who's got a body, who's got the wrestling and the mic skills, he's got an all-round package. I mean, he has done Ring of Honor and WX work, but I still think folks should be looking at him more in a sense.
hmm
And then all the PBW roster, it's everyone
Doesn't
there.
have to be PBW, it can be
I
elsewhere.
know I want to put all the folk in PBW over, definitely. And then did one from Girdlers. Let's go up to, I'm going to say Ben and Landon Riley as well. Ben Rogers and Landon Riley. I think there's two folk that you see them popping up more and more as well. Yeah, that was an awful question for you, by the way.
I'm sorry.
But
You can shout at me on Friday when you see me.
I will. But one person I think is a star, and everybody knows he's a star, but I still think he should still be even more places than it is. Stas Black. Don't
Oh,
think I think it's crazy to me. If somebody said he's a WWE wrestler, I'd like, well, yeah, you're an idiot if not. But I think it's a ticking time bomb before he's just away from us. And I think if they should be glad to have him, else we have him here because he is just the definition of a star in a sense.
About
yeah.
five, isn't it?
I can't agree more with that, actually.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
that
think we
was.
both.
Wait, I need to reverse this back on Fee before this ends. Fee, who's your top five up and comers from Scotland? And
Right,
I
no,
know you've
that's
got
fine.
way
That
more
is fine.
things.
Okay. I am in absolute agreement with you about Amit Hamdi and Xander Davidson. 100%. They
They're
are the
good.
current PBW Tag Team Champions. They made their first title defense on Friday night and were successful, which was great. Against Sam.
Oh,
They beat Sam. Sam
they,
went for the
Oh
title of
dear.
the tag team
they
championships and
cheated.
they
There's a
they
lot of cheating in
retained.
there.
No, honestly, the two of them were phenomenal. Xander, I have known for quite a long time, and when I started MCing, Xander was a referee at the time. And so I've really enjoyed watching him grow and get out there more. Ahmed Hamdi's someone I've only really kind of been on my radar for the last couple of years. He is an absolute powerhouse, and he debuted at ICW not that long ago at the Square Go, and a match at the Square Go. So really, really excited to see what comes for the two of them. So them, without a doubt. I'm gonna also say Tommy Lockhart.
Yes.
Tommy Lockhart, I love his gimmick at the moment. The whole showman gimmick that he's got, phenomenal. I think he's great. I think he's really, really talented. Um, I am going to put over Peyton Lee
Yes.
as one to watch. Maybe not necessarily this year, but maybe next year. She's just made her debut. She's been
Mhm.
training. She's been round wrestling since she was 2 years old. So she's grown up with the PBW team. She's been around, she's seen it, and she finally decided she wanted to start training. She's got a great look. Um, I think she's got a good mind for the business as well. She's had some really good training, and her first couple of matches that I've seen have been really, really good. So I'm really excited to see what she'll do moving forward. So big props to Peyton Lee for that. So that's one, two, three, four. Do you want me another one?
Yes.
Yeah,
Five
fine.
the same.
Five the same. Who else?
It's harder than you think because you're
It
trying.
is harder than you think.
There's a lot of folk I think are underrated in Scottish wrestling.
Uh,
A lot of folk are actually are up and comers. Then there's the folk are the veterans or the ones who've been solidifying the business for
you've
ages.
got the folk like BT Gunn and things like
But you
that
want
who've
to
been
sort
around, Kes
but they're not.
Evans, and they've all been around forever. But another up and comer. Oh God, this is quite hard.
Yeah, see, you're awful. I'd draw a stupid question about what's my meal deal or something.
What is your meal deal?
Changes every time. I'm a tuna sweet corn guy.
No, no.
If not, it's a sweet and chili chicken wrap. Sweet chili chicken wrap. Crisps just always change every time. It has to be a packet of crisps. If not, bear with me here. Tesco do like a red pepper hummus, just these breadsticks, and then a Red Bull for the drink, always, or some sort of energy drink.
Very cool.
You still not mentioned your last name though yet.
Oh, shit, I thought you were going to forget.
I'll quickly, if you haven't got one, I've got my one is all day breakfast, Kit Kat Chunky Duo, and a cherry Pepsi.
All day breakfast.
Yeah, sandwich, yeah. Yeah.
I think I could
Okay,
do it.
let me
Anyway,
go back to this one.
yes.
I think I am going to go with you and go Alex Parker purely because what
He
I've
thought he
seen
was
him
going to say
do.
him.
I thought you were saying me.
You're not an up and coming anymore, mate. You're going to be a vet soon at this rate. No, I'm going to go with you with Alex Parker because I've seen what he can do in the ring. I think he's got a brilliant look. I think he's got the right attitude and I think he's got the drive to go places. And he's actually very, very exciting to watch in the ring. So, yeah, that's my lot.
I try mine. Mark True, Kieran Lacey. If you don't know them yet, you certainly will. Two kids. I say kids, they're your age, Sam. Maybe a little bit younger. That are coming up. They're actually making their debut at the next Ignite show. But I've been tracking them for the best part of 6 to 8 months. It's Regan Blade, who is training out of DKW, and it's AJ Payne, Archie Payne, who is training from Cobra Wrestling Academy under Sky Smithson. And he just come off the biggest win of his career recently against Spike Trevay at the last show that he did of Cobra Academy's first show. Those two kids are going to be there's something special already, and I can't wait to see and then what they do. And Violet Knight as well is another one. She's making her debut at Ignite in May, and she's another one to watch out for. And actually, someone that's probably should be making it further. She is starting to make a bigger name for herself, even up north, which is actually a Luna, which is Violet Knight's opponent and my former champion. So there's my five.
There we go.
True and
I'll keep an
Lacey
eye out for them.
yes, True and Lacey. Well, True and Lacey have worked progress. They've worked. They're massive, but they're doing really lot of work in Japan at the minute as well. They've not long been back from Japan. Actually, they're really good over there in Noah, doing some good stuff over there. So there's my five for what I don't know. They're not Scottish, but it's not.
We'll let you off.
Will let me off. Right. Right, as we're going to start to wrap up now, Sam. Look, obviously it's a bit difficult with the bookings and stuff because you can be here, there, and everywhere. But if people want to inquire about booking you for shows, whether it's here in the United Kingdom or it's here in the States, where can people go to do that?
Either my email address is samtaylorpw@gmail.com. If you look at my username right here, samtaylor_UK, should be the Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. Any messages out there or email, we can get it sorted, hopefully.
Make sure we do. Fee, we'll do our stuff on another another one of our independent showcases, like what we've got coming up. But I can tell you what we have got coming up in this series. Xander Davidson, that you've just mentioned, we're going to be recording with him. Shay Monet, we're going to be recording with.
I love
as
Shay.
well. And
Austin Brooks.
Bobby Roberts. Oh, and Austin Brooks. Yeah, there you go. Thank you for taking my limelight away from me again. It's your last fucking appearance on this show. I know that much. And finally, Billy Starks will be joining me as well at some point in the next week or two. So I'm looking forward to that. Well, Sam, very, very best of luck to you when you'll move into the States. I hope, I'm sure you're going to be a success. You're going to learn. So not to say you're not going to learn, you haven't learned enough already, but you're going to be the world.
You always can learn more.
You're going to learn a lot more. We can't wait to see your name in lights, fully in lights over in the States. And just remember to send feedback, some chocolate or something, and make sure that she's not, or energy drinks, right? Because she's going to.
Maybe.
You're gonna maybe.
We can trade. I'll send you like some proper chocolate over because American chocolate's shit.
I've tried it. It's not nice at all.
Yeah, it is literally hardened version of dog shit. I don't like it at all. But anyway, Sam, we wish you the best of luck. Fee, we'll be back again to do the next episode of Independence. Maybe some NWA if it ever works for you ever again. We won't hold our breath on that. We'll be back to do some more of that, Sam. Very much all the best of luck to you. Follow us as well, HTT Buckle everywhere. And until next time on Independent Scotland, everybody, how do you say goodbye in Scottish? Is there a special, is it just goodbye or is that?
Alba Gabref, what's that?
Thank you. There you go.
I don't know if that's goodbye, is it? That's terrible.
We'll take that.
I don't know any Gaelic.
Until next time, everybody, buckle down, stay safe, and good.